Okay, so I have dropped off the baby. Once I get close to the school, I turn my camera off. And plus, my hand was freezing. Now I have a glove on like I'm Michael Jack. So I feel better. With vlogging, plus I had to put it up. I didn't want my daughter to keep thinking about the camera, but have to go to school and etc. So hopefully I don't run into no stray cats today. They be ready to square up. And I don't really like that. Like I know you're a stray. This I know. She ain't gotta do it like that. I don't know which way I feel like going. I just go straight up for some cardio today. I mean, I've seen so many different animals right in this section. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to say. Chivalry is dead. Courting don't happen no more. I would advise anybody that believes in love to move out of DC. If you didn't move to DC with your love, you never gonna get it here. You never gonna get it. All these niggas idolize Gucci Man, but he was cheating on Keisha Q and all that before jail. What she had to put up with, I'm not. Okay, so this is like a workout, okay? So sometimes I go the other way, but most of the times I go this way because it's faster to get home. I am on my way to the coffee. Let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 8:29. Bella's bus takes off at 8:30. And I'm gonna be in the house by then. Yippee! Ooh. This hill make you sweat. Well, I made it. So yeah, I have to take some notes today, record some videos, do some TikToks. If y'all not following me on TikTok, I believe it just say B Octavia. I think that's what it say. Bitch, I'm big dude. What do y'all listen to in the morning? I listen to all hip hop, all that. I have to. I can't listen to no R&B in the morning. Fuck that. That ain't gonna wake me up. It's cold out here. Okay, I'm gonna be in the house in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, so right now is the time that I get the last use out of this, because I'm gonna use it all up and then melt it down and turn all of my candles that are not lightable anymore. I'm gonna turn it all into one candle. I really want to do that today, but I do have this type of lighter. I do have the rechargeable lighter, so let me see. Yeah, I got a little juice. Let me see if I can light this like that, cause this jar like broke. Oh, there you go. Okay. 2. Okay, got all 3. Thank you. And this is usually how I like to start my day, lighting a candle. And this is the Mainstays hazelnut cream candle. It smells absolutely delightful. So did that, boom. I'm gonna get ready to wash my face, and then I'm gonna make sure I have all my notes together for what content I'm doing today. And I'm also going to be starting my teeth whitening journey today. Starting it again because I literally have 2 different teeth whitening situations that I need to use. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep buying stuff and not using it. That's like a thing that I've been doing over the past couple of years. Gotta stop doing that. So let me pick out what skincare I'm using today. I think I still have a little bit of this. Let me show y'all. Okay, so this is the cleanser that I will use. I think I still got a little bit left in there, so I'm gonna use that on up. It is the Clean Dew Blueberry Foam Cleanser. I'll have the link to this below. I live and will die by this cleanser. And with this one, I like to double cleanse and sometimes triple cleanse as well. I am going to heat up my coffee. If you don't know me, I am the heat up coffee queen. Okay, as soon as that bitch get lukewarm, I'll be the one to throw it in the, when I throw it. But I'll be the one to, what's it called? I'll be the one to heat it up, okay? Slam that joint in the microwave and get a bang out of life. Right? So I'm pretty much gonna vlog until this goes dead. It's at like 30-something%. I'm gonna show y'all my skincare routine, and I'm gonna show y'all my notes, how I do my, what's the process of me making videos for YouTube or content for TikTok. I'm getting a lot more active on TikTok, and I'm proud of myself because it can kind of be intimidating to start from nothing. You gotta see it as like refreshing to start from little to nothing on a different app where people don't know you. Like certain people, like say they make it on YouTube, they stay on YouTube and don't branch out. They stay on YouTube and don't branch out because starting fresh is very intimidating. I don't even really promote my TikTok as much. Honestly, you gotta see it as a blessing, especially if you are starting to get received well on a different platform. Like, I think it's pretty dope that over on YouTube I have an audience, and over on TikTok I'm starting to build, you know, and Lord knows where all of this will lead. But as far as content creating, this year has been very interesting as far as the YouTube algorithm goes, but it did teach me a lot. And if I did, let's say a video didn't do well, you know, it is easy to get discouraged by that, but you still have to have enough faith that you continue uploading content. Like some of my most watched videos didn't do well right out the gate. You know, it took some time, and I feel like when it did happen, I was ready for it, you know, mentally, emotionally. A lot of those things and feelings that happen on the inside, I was ready for it. I was ready for, you know, certain ridicule, even though I didn't know what angle folks would be aimed at. Like, is it because I'm a woman, or because I'm a black woman, because I'm a young mother? You know, it's a lot of stuff too that I could think of, you know, that people would ridicule me for: my age, what I talk about, lack of knowledge. But if I listen to all the chit chat, the negative chit chat, I wouldn't be doing this right now. You know, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years now, and overall I've learned a lot. I've gained a lot, whether that be self-assurance, self-confidence. I gained, you know, the opportunity to know a lot of people or get to know a lot of people from all across the world. And I find that dope. You know, that's the best part of this. So I would say for anybody that want to start something new on a different app or just on an app in general, it don't have to be YouTube, but I would encourage you to start. Of course, the first video ain't gonna be edited so perfectly like you see here on this platform. Of course, you gonna have a few tongue-tied moments and brain farts. It happens to the best of us. But you gotta, if you wanna put yourself out there, I would say do it. And just keep going. Like, no matter what. I mean, failure is scary for all of us, right? When we think of success, we also think of, or we might think of failure more than success. And it's scary. Nobody wants to fall flat on their face. But if you fall flat on your face one time and you learn from that, or a few times and you learn what went wrong, what missteps did you make, and as long as every time you fall or stumble or trip that you learned a lesson, that's what it's for. And I wouldn't say that falling on your face is failure. Failure comes when you fall on your face and you don't get back up. Failure comes when you fall on your face and you let people walk all over you. That's failure. And I'm saying that because I know that a lot of people have different ideas of what failure is. But if you think of every single thing like, oh, being a young mom is failure, when in actuality, if you are being a absentee mother, young mother, you know, and you didn't learn the lesson of slowing down and taking care of your responsibilities and stepping up to the plate, that's failure. You know, I think that a lot of us judge each other, our families judge us for certain decisions that we've made and how, based on how old we are, how far we've got. But I wish it wasn't such a pissing contest in the black community, because it'd be a lot of pressure that we put ourselves under. It'd be a lot of pressure that we put each other under. Oh, you in your 20s and you're still living with your parents. Oh, you know, you don't have a car. A lot of y'all is crashing y'all cars, and it's been a lot more hit and runs in the District of Columbia. I mean, when I was coming up, it wasn't many hit and runs. We had the news on all the time due to our grandmother and our mother. You know what I'm saying? Hit and runs wasn't occurring so rapidly back then in the early 2000s as it is now. So that's something that I noticed. Like, people think that everybody's supposed to know how to drive by 21, have your license and all that. But a lot of y'all taught yourselves how to drive. You learned how to drive from somebody who don't know how to drive. Like, it's a lot that goes into it where y'all not taking driving lessons. All y'all focus on is passing the test and the driving part, if they even still got that, so that y'all can get the license. Y'all don't know how to parallel park or anything, and it shows, you know. I mean, most of y'all, a lot of people that's young and on the road, when it's a situation, they end up freezing up, forgetting where the gas was and where the damn brake is. Like, it's getting to a ridiculous point, and I think that it stems from the shame in my community, you know. Everybody is looking at each other and saying what they don't have and what they're supposed to have based on their age, when that's not realistic for everybody. It's people that spent 30, 35 years or so on this earth without 2 nickels to rub together, and by 40 they was multimillionaires. If you think of yourself as a failure, you're gonna remain a failure. You're gonna become that. A lot of people think of themselves as a failure and they're not. The only person that you're failing is yourself. That be the thing. And this candle smell good as fuck. Alrighty, so before my coffee get cold again, because I'm rapping right now, I am about to wash my face. So let me pick this up and go do that now before my coffee expires on me. Okay. I do need my soda, but this will work. I made a sugar scrub. It's like an olive oil sugar scrub. And I use this for my face when it's feeling rough and bumpy as hell. I use it like maybe once or twice a week, maybe just once. I don't like to over exfoliate. And I will show y'all what my skin looks like after that. You can see it's bumpy roads over here. It's that time of the month, and I have been drinking some Sprite sodas. So yeah, let me go do that really quick. Okay, so this is my face before I moisturize. What I'm going to do right now is go in with some micellar water. And I'm using this one. This is from the dollar store, okay? Well, now it's the $1.25 store. A lot of people was outraged about the 25-cent increase. And honestly, I was here for it because, I mean, it's not that much money. You know what I'm saying? It's not that much of an increase as like Family Dollar, which it ain't much shit in there for $1. Or the other ones where it's a whole bunch of $5 shit, but it's $1 in the fucking name. Dollar General, all that shit is not $1, okay? Like, it's some hidden gems in the dollar store as far as skincare. And I'd rather get this at a very affordable price. And it does work. I've been using this micellar water for a few years now from the dollar store, and it works. You know what I'm saying? Why trying to keep up with the Joneses and have all of these high-end micellar waters when you can get it from the dollar store? Like, some people, especially in DC, they would talk shit about, let's say, a dollar store or a Rainbow, right? But it's hidden gems in a Rainbow too. They got some good turtlenecks in a Rainbow. They got some good socks in a Rainbow. I mean, I don't think they got long socks. That's the only thing. Like, they got a lot of footies and stuff like that. So in the summertime and springtime, when you wearing sandals, like the little, like, you know, the little type of sandals that you can wear with socks. Some people don't like to wear socks with slides, but I do. Okay? I don't want people to just be staring at my feet. I hate that. Especially because they not, like, I never had my feet done. So I feel like I'm going to take y'all with me to do that and see if I like it, if I'm feeling the vibe or whatever. And I'm going to show y'all what this micellar water looks like, just in case you are in a dollar store and you want to pick it up. Do it, okay? The dollar store has vitamin E oil. You can use that for your face, your body, your hair. They have good makeup wipes, especially the ones that's like pretty much natural. Like, I get the Pond's ones from there. Let me show y'all. I get these from the dollar store. And 10 come in here and say makeup remover facial wipes. So I guess for $1.25, that's a steal. And I usually get 2 or 3 of them at one time, just so you know. That's like a whole pack in another store. So right now, after the micellar water, I go in with the toner. And today, I gotta figure out towards like 1 o'clock if I'm going to. I am going to post a reel in a few minutes. I go in with the toner and I'm using the Dickinson's Rose Water Toner. And I really like this one. It lasts for a long time, especially for the price. I feel like you can't beat that. And as y'all can see, this is the side with the acne. And I really do know that it's that time of the month. Like this month is letting me know it. I think it is stress. I feel like as soon as Christmas is over, the pressure won't be as mounted as it is, because all I want for Bella is to have a good Christmas. She deserves that. She goes to school every day, whether she's fussing or mad that she had to wake up. She usually gets into a good mood fairly quick, and I'm proud of her for going to school and adjusting to school really nicely. Now, one thing that is kind of difficult about Bella being the only child and going to school, she doesn't really know how to work with others much. For the most part, she does good, but it just kind of shows that she's not around a lot of kids all the time. That's been pretty much the only problem with her in school is hitting other kids and being a little too rough and overbearing and bossy. It's parts of her personality. However, every day I try to reiterate to her that you shouldn't do to people what you wouldn't want done to you. So I tell her to treat others how you want to be treated. I tell her if somebody has an issue with you and they're saying mean things, stay away from them. I want to teach her how to avoid certain things, because a lot of it is toxic. A lot of it is these kids come from different environments of their home life. Lord knows what they see, what they hear their parents talking about, and they're just saying anything to hurt your feelings. It doesn't hold any weight. You know what I'm saying? Hurt people hurt people. And coming from my experience of going to public school, elementary in Southeast DC, man, people talk about bullying now. That shit really was bad in the early 2000s. And I'm so glad that no matter what, we always just pushed through, handled our responsibility as far as school. All me and my siblings have graduated, and all of us were tormented. People just weren't nice. And a lot of people compliment how articulate I am. A lot of people compliment how mature I speak. And it's actually very heartwarming to be getting compliments about that, because I was ridiculed for it. I was called Snow White because my mom had perms in our hair. I was called wannabe white because of how I talk. And a lot of people thought that I was better than them, when in actuality I was probably going through the most shit out of everybody in my class. Seeing the worst shit. Seeing my parents in conditions where I wouldn't want anybody to see their parents. You know what I'm saying? In and out of foster care. A lot of people still don't know those things. And because I never wanted to scream it to the high heavens, because they would have used it against me. They definitely would have. And, after everything, it just built my character. After every obstacle, it just made me a stronger person. So going to school every day and hearing things about myself from people that didn't care for me, it can do something to you psychologically. And I believe that it did. You know, it did something as far as I started to believe it. I started to believe it. Like, the more and more somebody tells you you're going to be successful, you're going to take those steps to be successful. And you're going to always, that's going to live rent free in your head. But if they're telling you about yourself as far as you're too dark to be cute, or you're dirty, you don't have the latest shoes, your parents don't care about you, etc., you start to believe all of those things. And I don't know how I stayed as calm as I did. I don't know how I didn't lash out, but it was already enough battles for me to go through. I wasn't going to feed in. And I just was that mentally aware. Like, I just wasn't going to feed into the negativity. I wasn't going to feed into the naysayers. And growing up, I feel like in a lot of ways, I admired my younger self, but I despised it too. Because as much as you ignore the negativity, a lot more people try you. And that's the double-edged sword of my experience. Like, I admire how calm I was, because once I hit, let's say 18 to 20, I feel like that was the lash out time, you know. Getting fired from a job, losing confidence as far as getting another job, and just tearing myself down, when those experiences built me to be who I am right now. When I lost my job, I wasn't thinking about YouTube or anything to that nature. YouTube is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, even before 18, maybe around like 12 or so. But I didn't have the confidence at all. I didn't have it. And I didn't really start to put the actual effort into it until after I had a child. Okay? It gave me a reason to really push. To change the subject, it is currently people swinging on me. They're swinging on me on... Okay, so I know the camera cut off at a certain point. It did let me know, but I forget where I was at. I have about an hour and 30 minutes until I have to leave out to go get Bella. While I was letting my GoPro charge, I was filming some TikToks, and I did do 3. So my goals go as followed. Edit my next YouTube video coming out. I'm going to edit that tonight. Film 2 to 3 TikToks. I did that, so I'm going to check that. Drink 2 smoothies. One early afternoon, and then another one late afternoon or early evening. So I did do the early afternoon. I'm going to show y'all what protein powder I used. It's almost gone. It tastes like a frap. It was delicious. Yes. Start my teeth whitening journey. Now, tomorrow is going to be a very rainy day, so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to do another 2-hour delay or what, but I guess we'll see in the morning. I have to wash some clothes, optimize video for tomorrow, so I have to edit it in order to optimize it. And that video will be on Romeo and his father's fallout and waist training, which I am doing. Which I am doing currently. I had it a little bit tighter than this, but you know, you can't be squeezing yourself to death. So doing that, and I have been waist training for about 2 hours or so. So I feel like I might leave out to go get Bella with it on. I don't know yet though. So yeah, it's a lot of things that I gotta talk about on TikTok and on here. It be a lot of things in life and in general that just goes over people's heads. And I'm just like, you don't see the bigger picture. You don't see like basically what's right in front of you. And I could do really quick. Let me put on some lip gloss. And then I can do like a slight update. A slight update on how co-parenting is going and single parent life. Let me just say this. You know, being a single parent, I feel like it'll always be a struggle, or it'll always just be, you know, a challenge that some people, you know, they're not up to do. You know what I mean? They're not up for the challenge. So, I mean, I think that over the course of this year, my outlook on myself, you know, has changed drastically as far as I don't feel as weak anymore because I have totally 100% held myself accountable for the parts that I played in trying to co-parent, in becoming a single parent, you know. You have to take accountability for the parts that you played, and you can't really think about the lack of a role that the other parent has. You can't think about that so much because it's going to piss you off. It's going to drive you insane. I realized over the course of this year specifically that as long as I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to, and that's handling my responsibilities, I can sleep better at night. You know, the voice that's in my head and my moral compass is very moral compass third eye is very open. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I've grown so much because I see everything for what it is and not what it's supposed to be. You really got to focus on your role and knowing that you don't have to get right with God. Like, you are right with God. And I don't have to, it's not going to be much of a redemption or that you're going to have to do. You're not going to have to repent so much if you've moved the way that you're supposed to move. So as far as I'm concerned, I have a great routine going, and that makes me feel good.